moment, and welcome to my daily lives. So, what we can talk about today, I wanted to talk about my post on Instagram. Oh, this light is weird. There we go. It needs to light. It keeps going, changing. Oh, this keeps changing. So, I think it's the iPad. So, ignore. As long as you can hear me, don't worry. I'm not going to show you any pictures. I just wanted to talk about the power and the symbolism behind the black ladybird. So I shared this post over on Instagram about the black thing. See if I can get, you see that, there we go, there's the photo. You can actually see it. It's really in and out and out. It's the trouble with being here. But anyway, so I'm just going to talk and ignore that because it was a bit distracting. I hope it doesn't distract you, just listen. When yesterday I was doing a meditation and a qigong class that I'd advertised as a fundraiser for the children at my daughter's school. It didn't get put in the newsletter, and it was lots of little bits and pieces, and I don't know whether it's just the area around here or whatever, but no one booked. And I was a bit sad for the kids because I thought I would record it anyway, because then maybe I could just share it at least with my members. So my time then wasn't wasted because it was just my time. I was all of the ticket prices were going to the school, to the year 6 event. So I've got the recording, and I thought, okay, I can still offer that. Anyway, it wasn't, and then I don't think anything is ever a negative. So I probably was going, why bother if no one's going to turn up? If no one's booked, I said, well, I have said people could pay cash on the day, so I'm still going to go, and I can see the setup then, I can see whether it works, because obviously I'm going to be doing classes hopefully regularly in the same place. So in a way, it was for me to test and see whether it was a good enough venue for me to hold in-person classes. And my friend came, and she's taken some photos of me doing the class, and I did the class, and I did it live. So it is up actually on the members area. And I want to talk about this and the symbolism of a ladybird, because as I had kind of hit stop on the video, I sort of said to my friend who'd been filming, I said to her, obviously, when I'm doing a meditation, there's only certain photos you can take. You don't need to keep taking them. I said, actually do the meditation, sit down. She's beautiful, what she said. I said, oh, was that okay? I said, I hope it wasn't too esoteric for you. She said, I cried. I was like, okay. Her words, which I'm privileged to share. So it's Thankful Thursday. So my Thursday vlogs are normally about appreciation as well. So before I talk about the symbol of what had seen and the synchronicities, she'd said that my meditation, it was like real singing bowls, but it was me toning in the park. And someone else had come over, and he said, oh, I don't really feel well enough to take part, but is it all right if I lay on the grass? And kind of, he did his own thing. I don't think he wanted to pay. And part of me was like, afterwards, I was torn actually, because instinctively I wanted to say, yes, fine, just join us. That's me. That was my natural gut feeling, because at least there's one person that I'm doing it for. But because the money wasn't for me, it was for the school, I felt I had to say it's £15 a ticket, and the money raised is going to the local school. So he didn't even, and then he said, well, I'm actually not feeling that well anyway. I just wondered what you were doing, because he could see I had like bowls I was smudging, and I had like a blanket and some cushions for people to sit on, and that I'd taken, and there was yoga mats. Anyway, so after we'd finished, I saw this beautiful. This is when I put her on the tree. She was on my foot, and I never ever ignore things with nature when it's so strong because she wouldn't move. I had to place her on the tree and then I took the photo. So I did a little bit of research and Googled. So this is just Google information. Right. I wanted to share it with you. The powerful symbolism of the black ladybird. Ever spotted a black ladybird? These tiny creatures carry big meaning. Like their red cousins, they're seen as messengers of good luck, protection, and transformation, but with a deeper, more spiritual twist. Reading that was really good because obviously it was the new moon yesterday. One of the reasons I thought it would be a great day to do the event and do it for charity to kickstart one, so that yes, it's one of the intentions for me to be holding these classes on a regular basis, but two, is that right? But two, I want to hold the classes. I always question my intention for it to be for the highest good and try and align that so it's soul led with everything I do, even if it's things business related. And so it felt right to be donating all of 100% of my first ever one, doing it locally, to kickstart my sort of allowing myself to be sort of seen locally and doing things locally in just my neighborhood rather than the online stuff that I do. So it was really beautiful to see and feel and read that. Ever spotted a ladybird? These creatures carry meaning. Like the red one, as it's saying, it's transformation. So transformation, but with a deeper, more spiritual twist. I'd been channeling, and at one point, because my guidance has said channel, I was like, but I'm recording this. This is for like the school mums. Were they going to be going weird? All of the ego is going, no, don't want to do that, don't want to do that. But when I'm in that state of connection, I don't really have a choice. The ego just gets pushed aside. So I just go with it. And obviously that was the bit I said to my friend afterwards, was that too esoteric? Obviously on my page, I know, this is me, this is who I am. However, I was a bit like, ooh, not sure. Whoever I've said I'm going to share it after. So this is more the but with the deeper, more spiritual twist, she said, blah, blah. It's about being from the heart, being vulnerable, just being, and was what the message was like. It's putting yourself out there. So what does the black ladybird symbolize? Good luck, protection across cultures. Ladybirds are seen as lucky. Sorry, I have to just move this. It's really weird seeing it do that. I don't know if it's because there's more light. It doesn't like it. If I sit over this side, maybe that's better. Apologies. Sit on the edge of the chair. So, what does the black ladybird symbolize? Good luck and protection across cultures. Ladybirds are seen as lucky charms and protectors, guiding us through challenges. So obviously that was a bit of a challenge because although I'd felt like it didn't matter whether anyone turned up or not, because like my friend at the time wasn't wasted. She took some photos that we've been doing sort of identity shots and bits and pieces of what I do and kind of following me to branding shots basically. Some of them are really beautiful. I look forward to seeing them in the social media. So it wasn't wasted time. Obviously, I still recorded it and I knew that I would share that with the members as I share whatever I do with them. And I just felt gutted for the kids because that money, the money that of people showing up was going to them. So there was part of me that found that challenging. Emotionally, I was sad. So, yeah. And so to see the ladybird straight after was this beautiful divine message, I felt. It also represents transformation and personal growth because that's a growth point. It's about growing my business in a sense, about growing how we deal with emotions, how we tackle challenges in our life, pushing ourselves to do things that are out of our comfort zone, and handling things like that, which could be, I suppose, considered as failure. See, I never ever think of things like that. When I first started going live, I think I had like 11 followers and no one was ever watching. So I felt really comfortable. I was used to then being no one there. It felt weird actually when I had people live with me because people would watch afterwards. So I just felt that was me like now. So, but anyway, transformation and personal growth. The black ladybird specifically symbolizes deep change, spiritual evolution, and inner development. Well, we're right in that energy. As I said, from in my report, from June till the 30th, 10th till the 30th, everyone's on this growth path, realigning with what their spiritual beliefs are, their religious beliefs, and kind of either smashing them, going beyond them, because it's a chance for us to open and expand, or being rigid and getting that butting up against. And you're seeing that happening in the world as well. So intuition and awareness, the black hue is often linked with intuition and heightened spiritual insight, encouragement, encouraging you to trust your inner voice. And my inner voice was, I knew no one was coming, but I knew it also wouldn't matter. I also felt that there was someone local who was feeling a little bit threatened, and I was wondering why, because I don't normally get those kind of insights coming through. I naturally am protected. I've always been naturally protective because I'm always sending out love to anyone that is, and actually a beautiful message come through, because I've been listening again to the book I Can See Clearly by Wayne Dyer. If you haven't read it or listened, audiobook, whatever, the audiobook's lovely because it's in his voice and I love tuning into Wayne's energy. Highly recommend it. And the bit in the book he's talking about when he goes to his father's graveside and when he lets go and he forgives. And he was saying, and he quotes from Master Jesus, Luke, I think was it Luke 12 or something or other. Anyway, it's about loving thy enemy, sending that love and that forgiveness. And so whatever we put out, we get back. So if you're sending out hate, if you're sitting in an energy of hate or anger, that's going to come back tenfold. It's going to hit you and kick you up the arse, basically. So being a state of forgiveness, Honoponopono, is so powerful, that prayer, but also just, I was speaking in the challenge, I said about this, I'm willing to learn to love you when we're resistant to loving ourselves, but also I forgive you for not being that person I wanted you to be, and I set you free. And you can do that to any situation. Sometimes it's hard, it's easier to do it with the little things and then to practice and do that daily. Anyway, so spiritual evolution and inner development that's happening in our energy at the moment, that feels relevant. And I had picked up on this kind of possible, not psychic attack, but I kind of know when anyone's being negative towards me, and I energetically deal with it, just send it back. So it felt like I got an answer, because I actually felt called to, not just because I was in an outdoor space. I smudged the area. I'm wearing tiger's eye, so I don't anyway, but I as I say, I'm naturally feel protected because I feel in my power. I feel like I have filters up, not shields, because I don't feel I need them, but that it felt like someone was looking at what I was doing and judging and actually sending that energy, that judgment energy towards me. And I was like, okay, whatever it is, maybe it's that what I'm doing conflicts with their beliefs and there's this anger. So there was a sense of picking it up. Have you ever felt that way? So there's a video I did last week, channeling last Monday, that's specifically for that, for when you're feeling those vibes, to send and cut the cords of their attachment and their negativity and send it back for them to see with clarity, understanding, and learning is what I normally do, to see where they're coming from, to understand that their pains, their triggers is about them, not about me. So, and I got that. So that was quite cool. But our nervous systems at the moment are over, like being really pushed beyond, because there's lots of that going around. So it could be psychic collective energy as well. So energy hygiene is really important. So just thought I'd touch on that as well, especially when you're doing your personal growth. And we're talking about protection here. So intuitive awareness, the black hue is encouraging to trust your inner voice, listen. I always encourage everyone to listen to your inner voice. Even if I've said something, you need to know what resonates, what's right for you, because what's right for me may not be right for you. So always, always listen to yourself above everyone. Not ego self. There's a difference. The ego is built and comes from fear. So you do need to know how to discern whether that inner voice is the chitter chatter of old stories of fear telling you that because it's the ego is to keep you safe, or whether it's that inner voice. And the knowing, the understanding and key to that is to know if you're in fight or flight. If your nervous system's activated, chances are that might be coming from ego, although it could also be you're picking up on something energetically near your field. So get yourself connected, ground, anchor, come from the heart, and then you get your answer. Always listen. Listen to the inner voice. Adaptability, just like ladybirds thrive in various environments, they remind us to stay flexible and open to new paths. Well, instantly in the shower that morning, I was like, if no one's booked, it's fine, I'll go and I'll record it. And then if people want it that couldn't go, there was a few that couldn't, then there's at least something for the kids. And contextual meaning, spiritually, a black ladybird sighting could mean it's time to to slow down and focus on your soul's journey. So it was a gentle reminder that, okay, I'm worried about everyone else, but enjoy it. And I did make a point, and we sort of afterwards, I just laid on the ground, felt the beautiful tree that was behind me. It was lovely. And I said, like, I'm truly appreciated regardless of this. And it's about reframing things. Someone else may have looked at that as, oh, it was awful, no one turned up and there was no one there, I felt really silly, whatever, from that point. And actually I didn't feel any of those because I kind of trusted that it didn't matter whether anyone did or not. But it's okay, wow, well, we're going to make the most of this. We're going to record it, so if there are people that can see, and there's still a chance then to make some money for the school. Or actually, my friend got a chance to do some photos anyway, and we've got time, and I got time to connect because I'm doing the class, but I'm still actually doing it for me at the same time. And the channeling, it feels good to feel and to allow myself to connect and take that time. In the real world, so when that's the question, so are you taking time for you? And in the real world, ladybirds protect crops by eating pests, symbolizing abundance, balance, and natural protection. On a personal level, feeling stuck or in a season of change, the black ladybird in your sign is your sign to embrace it with courage and grace. Allow yourself to always move into different seasons of your life, different segments of your life with courage, for it to be in the highest good for all, accepting with grace. Things shift, nothing stays the same ever. If things stay the same, look at water, for example, get stagnant. and rots. Have you ever had a close encounter with a ladybird? Let me know. Share your experiences in the comments as I've done mine. Have a beautiful day, and thank you for listening to my vlog. I'm Tracer Jande, Tree Heart Art Design. Please like, share. I love Authentic Me, Facebook and YouTube of the same name, or just Tracer Jande on Instagram. So go check me out. There's loads and loads of free stuff on this page if you're watching on Facebook. On YouTube. Meditation Monday playlist. There's over 200 videos of little retreats for you to take time for you. And if you're interested in working with me, then sign up, become a patron, start off with a free membership. Or if you sign up for paid membership, you get access to our 21-day challenge we're doing at the moment. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye.